is the social worker.
Hi, Jay. Hey, Jay.
Hey, what's going on? I'm not a social worker yet.
So he got the Great Minds funds.
I cannot call myself a social worker until I'm licensed. I am
That
not
is
licensed.
true. If they ever ask before you get your license, have you ever called yourself a social worker? The answer is always no, because it's like
Always.
legal.
Waking up.
Oh, Elliot, wake up, dude. We're doing that.
Hey.
Hey, Elliot.
Grad school is just as easy as undergrad. I will tell you that. Grad school is just as easy as undergrad.
Like me.
Yeah, he's got his license in counseling, so it was 2 years. Jay's doing the MSW. Jay got the Great Minds Scholarship.
This is so sweet. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
But-
I like this.
But they pulled the same.
I work from home a lot. That's why I sleep
He
in my
works
bed.
from home, so he waits till he has the client, and then he wakes up.
This is so real. Like, this
It's
is
real.
I can do this.
Yes. Yeah, so you can do remote clients, and he sees as many as you can do 40 a week if you want.
No, you don't want to do that many.
Right. I recommend 19 a week to prevent burnout. 19 a week, $50 an hour. 20 is that? I don't know.
Okay.
It is 20, but that's the way to
About
like
19 a week.
stress 20 or less. That's,
All right, what do y'all want to know?
he just got 30 grand from the Great Minds program.
Who did?
This dude, he bought that hat. It was 30 grand.
How you do that? How you do that?
Well,
Jay?
how you get
Yeah, how'd you get your 30 grand for the Great Minds? Tell us more.
Okay, so if you go to Miami, which they have campuses in Middletown, Dayton, Stoughton, Westchester, Hamilton, and Oxford. So whichever one's closer. I go to the Middletown campus. And so like when you are in your second year, you'll do an internship, your practicum, and there's opportunities for scholarships. And I applied for one scholarship, which is the school-based mental health scholarship. So that makes you you do an internship at a school. It's got to be like a low-income school, and then you do like 3 semesters of the internship, and then after graduation, you have to work at a school as like a mental health counselor.
The same as
for
what you
like-
guys signed up for, right?
Yeah.
So they all signed up for that too.
So you can get that in grad school too, which is like 15 grand, so like 5,000 a semester. And then so that's the one I applied for. And then they said there's still money left over from the Great Minds, so you can apply for that too. So I did. So I got a total of 30,000
That's
that
insane.
way.
In school, you're being paid.
The only problem I ran into was when the government disperses those loans to Miami to give to the students. It's stuff you don't have to pay back, but if it goes above the cost of attendance, so my attendance was like, the cost of attendance was like 4,000 something. So I got an email with that. They did not, I'm telling you this because it was not told to me or any of the other students. And it said, so I had to pay my $4,000 bill because I got those scholarships. So you can only borrow a certain amount. So my question was like, so why, if I'm borrowing it, I'm not borrowing it though. I won the scholarship. So that's money I don't have to pay back, but they don't see it that way. They see it as, well, this money came from us and we can only give you a certain amount, even if it's stuff you don't have to pay back. So now you have to pay your bill. So I'm short.
So you guys might have had that too, right? Did they say, "Oh, you got a scholarship? We can only give you 3,000 of the Great Minds funds"?
Yeah, that's how much they only got put on there.
So we found that out literally like this week. So we've had to go to the grant people, go to Office of Sponsored Research, go to the provost, go to Laverne Wallace. Is she the one who disperses it, Laverne? And we've been fighting it more for our seniors, not senior citizens, but seniors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Senior students. I'm used to working. All right. Elliot's getting fixed up now. He's going to put on his tie. I have his well, here's his website, but I want to show you his. Oh, it does have Meet Elliot.
Ew, I
There
just
you go.
sneezed all over my phone.
Oh no.
Yes.
Did you see? Everybody's getting the bird flu. You got to watch out. So here's
I
Elliot's
told you I was
practice.
getting sick.
Okay, oh yeah. Oh, you from
And
Cincinnati?
he is from Cincy.
Yes,
Oh.
I live by like Loveland, Ohio, Lebanon, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Around that
then,
area. It sucks. I hate it.
oh, because, so I want to show you also WCPO.
$112 off.
On what? Oh, on her fucking birthday present. That's the only place I could find.
Where does everyone
Fucking
live?
wine.
Does everyone live around where Central State is?
I mean, we live on campus, but I'm
I'm
from Cincinnati, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
We've got the best city in Ohio besides Columbus, in Cleveland. Well, I don't know.
Ooh.
What is that?
Everything else is just corn, right? We got 3 good cities and everything else is corn. Everywhere you go is corn except for in these cities.
Jay has worked at a methadone clinic before. Anybody want to hear about the experience of being a
Yes.
counselor in a methadone clinic?
Okay,
Yeah.
so after my undergrad, I got hired on as a counselor in Kentucky because you do not have to have a license to work in substance abuse. You do eventually, you have to be working towards your CADC or CDCA, which costs like $350. It's a big, huge booklet you get, and you fill it out and you send it back. It took me like 5 days to complete it, and it was gigantic. And then you get your temporary license, and you can bill Medicaid and treat clients that way if you don't want to go for your license. But I'd rather just go for my license because then you're just stuck in substance abuse, and substance abuse is it's difficult.
Yeah.
Ellie, can you send the link again of your story about Help for Heroes to show what you did?
What, to your email or to your?
If you texted, either one, email works. Email is perfect. I just want to show them that, and then I can let you guys go unless if they got other students of how to be a social worker, how to navigate grad school, how to find money.
I really
There's
want
a client.
I just want to know more about like the grad school process. 'Cause I want to go to UC for my grad school or Miami. I don't really care, but I'm leaning towards UC.
Miami's close.
I like Miami because they have more campus options. And I mean, I've gone,
We were on the news for that. Yeah,
I guess I don't have
we are.
experience with UC, but you wanna apply like for grad school, like
Excuse me.
if you want to get in right away, you probably want to apply like before you graduate undergrad. And it's just, I mean, it's pretty easy to do. You just gotta like send your transcripts in and have like a couple letters.
Oh, he's trying to go for free, which OSU does have 6,000 tuition. And so, listen though, Ohio State University has tuition for 6,000 a semester. They will give Central State grads 5,000 of that 6.
OSU.
Yes.
Will it?
I was working on that shit.
See?
Is it still the
Is it a 1-year program?
Yeah.
Or a master's?
Yes, it is a 1-year
for
program.
OSU
So,
as well?
and it would be 3 semesters, 1,500 each semester.
And
Wait, where?
OSU gives you 5,000, so that's free. So
Well, it's 6,500. They give you 5, and you get qualified for 21,000 student loans if you need it. So yes, it would be
Okay.
4,500 to get 21 student loans.
well, I'm trying to get on all that.
Yes, you will.
I want to go to UC though.
UC's good too. I love all of them. I just don't want you guys. If Elliot emails
Yeah,
it,
it really doesn't matter. I mean,
I don't really care.
I don't know. I feel like Miami, like they've been really good about like accommodating, you know, if you got late work or you're struggling at class or whatever. I feel like they've been really helpful to me with
Miami's
that.
20 miles away from here. It's
Like, what
close.
city is it?
It's in Middletown, which is weird.
Middletown, okay.
So, social work grad students, if you have any questions about how to get into grad school,
Yeah.
or with your engagement ring, how to be married and stay
I'm
married.
not engaged.
I know.
I mean, there's just a very high need for social workers.
Yeah, I got a fire.
If you email it, Elliot, I want to show him your program, and then
What was the grad school application process like?
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You just have to like, fill out some BS paperwork,
Right.
all the, your address, name and all that crap. And then you got to like, write like a proposal. It doesn't have to be long. Like
Wow.
why are you going into social work? What do you want to do? Like there's directions. It's very straight. Like they'll send you everything. They're very helpful with the process because they want students. They want people in.
Okay, that's
Um,
great.
As long as you have your bachelor's degree in psychological science or social work, which I guess you guys are going for social work, right?
Yes, because they qualify.
As long as you have that, the process is pretty straightforward. I mean, as long as you pass and keep your GPA reasonably high. Mine wasn't perfect. Mine was like, you remember what mine was, John? Because you were on that committee. When
I was
got,
on Jay's admission committee. He had about a
Oh, you were
2.8
his admission person.
at Miami.
2.8.
He had like 2.8 or 2.9. They were pissed he had a D in art history. I fought for him.
yeah,
I didn't tell him that.
I
knew
flunked
him,
art history almost.
and he got it.
That's good.
Yeah, and now he has a 4.0
Yay.
the whole time, right? 4.0.
Well, I think I got a
4.0.
B minus recently in one of my classes.
Fuck you, Jay.
Yes.
You got the link, Elliot?
Yeah, I'm looking.
All right. Sorry to rush. Any other questions about grad school before I?
Was his program of the year or did he do more?
Elliot did a 2-year counseling master's through.
What do you mean, Capella?
Capella
Okay.
online. I knew Capella, and then you get licensed in the state of Ohio. He practiced,
Yeah.
supervised.
Yeah.
He's independently licensed. He runs his own business. And then I'm about to show you the program he was in charge of recently. So
How was that test that we gotta take?
the independent test or the LSW?
The LSW test.
Jay still.
So I would do that LSW in your undergrad,
Yes.
like before you graduate, right before you graduate.
So true. How'd you know that? Because you never got a BSW. I didn't either.
I can't get it because my undergrad's in psychology, so I have to wait until after my master's
It's
to
hard.
get my LSW.
Nope.
But you guys, if you guys are in a social work bachelor program, you can get your LSW. But I would definitely go to grad school because it's going to be more money. It's going to open up more doors. If you need student loans, there's opportunities for forgiveness. Working in a nonprofit for 10 years, that's written into law. I don't know what Trump's going to do with that. I mean, it could change. I have no idea. But right now, you can get forgiveness if you work in a
Okay.
nonprofit for 10 years, which is very easy to do in social work.
All right. I got Elliot's program. Anything else before I hang up on these dudes?
Wait, like what did y'all do for work? Like all y'all social work jobs?
What are all your different?
Before social work?
No, all your social work jobs. I know
Before?
Trump got a whole.
Oh, okay. After my undergrad in psychology, I worked as a counselor at Transitions, which is in Covington. It was mostly substance use disorder. Well, it was all substance use disorders, but mostly heroin.
LADD.
Most of the time. And they were a lot of them were from like the Department of Corrections. They were forced to be there. So they weren't happy to be there, court ordered. And then I worked at the methadone clinic and NKY Medical Treatment Center in Covington.
How was
That was like speed counseling. So you had like 40 clients,
Oh,
but
wow.
Burnout.
but it was like 15-minute sessions. Like
High burnout.
you have to be there at 5 a.m.
Ooh. Well, it's because they're
it
joking for methadone. They're like this, right? They come in for methadone like this, like, "Hey Jay, what's up,
Yeah,
man?"
and they don't want to see you long. They want to go in and out. So it's like speed counseling. You do it's like 15-minute sessions. So it just goes real quick, but like you have to I would fall asleep in my office when I didn't have anything.
Did they ever say, "Jay, can you up my dose, Dr. J? I want more methadone. Can you up my dose?"
I'm not a doctor and I can't up their dose. I can only suggest it.
So you could suggest more methadone to get you high. You can overdose on it.
Why would you do that?
Did
You
you
would.
ever suggest upping their dose, and why did you do that?
Well, you just run it by the doctor that prescribes. Like you don't personally up there. There's a treatment team meeting probably for anyone who wants to do
They're
that.
coming off heroin, so you do methadone. and
But
maybe-
most of the time you want to lower their dose. So when they first get in, it's kind of like trial and error. Like, is this enough? But they're addicts, so they're gonna lie and say like, no, this isn't helping. I'm withdrawing, blah blah. So you got to or you got to be really cautious about when you up their dose, because a lot of the times they just want to feel it again. They want to feel that high again.
Right.
So, but they get super mad when you start cutting their dose down.
Yes. They hate you.
They hate you. So I didn't like, it was okay. It wasn't too bad, but I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't work with in that field again.
Any questions for the counseling route? I know you guys qualify for a 1-year MSW, but you could get a 2-year Master's of Counseling. Elliot Keegan did after his Bachelor's of Psych.
I want to be an international social worker.
Okay.
Counselor.
Okay.
Did you find that like jobs wanted you to have experience after graduating with your master's?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
He said no.
That's good to
There's a high need. That's why they're paying you guys to finish.
So they threw me into the fire, like pretty much. So my internship was just doing clerical work and shadowing people and attending small group meetings and stuff. And but then I got hired on part-time as a monitor, which was terrible. That's when I had to like go in the bathroom with people and do drug tests. But I needed the job, so I took it. And then after that, when I finally got my undergrad, they wanted to hire me on as a counselor. But you don't have to go the route I did. If I could go back in time, I would have been like, screw this. I'm not testing
Right.
people's peas. It's gross.
They want you to monitor the piss
Yeah,
test. If any of you
So
want, I got the CDCA check sheet Jay filled out to get his CDCA. So if you want the questions and answers and tests, and I can email it to you. It's a chemical dependency counselor assistantship. You can get a job after 60 hours of college if you take
Yes.
that. Do you want it?
Yes,
For real?
just email it to us.
Okay.
like it
Email
would be
me,
good
say, I want it,
experience.
and I'll-
No.
It would definitely be
No,
good.
no, no, no,
counseling.
no,
Just
Just
do
do
it
it
now.
like this.
Just do it right now.
Or is this too?
See how these students, they watch in class like it's a movie. Like they're just sitting back, eating popcorn.
Well, there, and the longer you do this stuff, there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's always good to get experience and learn from people. And I learned a lot from, by John and unfortunately just by doing too. By my undergrad was in psychology as well, and then I went into the Masters of Mental Health Counseling. And I didn't even know, and even though I would talk with them, I didn't know, much about social work. I just thought social work was like, oh, you just go, do this stuff or sit at a desk and help people and what yada. I didn't think they actually did a lot of therapy or whatever. And then I'm like, oh, you guys do that. Then there's marriage and family therapists. And I'm like, oh, you could do that too. Like, and then that's by talking to people and actually going into social work classes and learning more. So the more you learn, the more you talk to is the way you to do it. And then on top of that, like, the different jobs, the more opportunities are presented, as you go along. And like, though I would kind of rather get out of the house more and do more shit, I have, a blended family and I so I kind of stay home. I have a young baby and stuff, but there's more plentiful jobs. I just got, in contact by doing some stuff. And a good job opportunity came in and where I can work from home. And so, if you ever like, kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm not sure how I feel about where I am right now, just kind of, keep networking and just keep your, eyes and ears open. It'll, things will come to pass because there's opportunities out there. They're just, it's kind of like driving down the street and seeing like Wendy's and McDonald's are hiring. But if you keep paying attention, you'll see like, that there's more than just that.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
My favorite internship was doing animal therapy.
That would be
with,
nice. Here's Keegan's website as a counselor.
Screw Jay, you're speaking the website.
Well,
It's not my
you-
website now. I'm not currently doing that.
No.
That was my first job.
is transitions. I think it is. I Googled
Oh,
it
transitions. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
to search your.
Foundations.
Jay might have a website too. Jay wants to also incorporate music therapy, kind of like Dr. Hunt does, horticulture therapy. So you can infuse. It is Dr. Hunt.
I got to work with horses and dogs and
Growing
chickens and hens and roosters. No, not chickens and hens and roosters, but horses.
With chickens.
There's equine
Yes,
therapy.
We do that at my brother.
With horses?
They do equine therapy, correct?
And you just ride horses for them? Like
So you do all of it. You clean them, you brush them, you like, and if a kid's like defiant and like hits a 2,000-pound horse, it'll push you over. You know what I mean? So it'll teach you some things about life.
Okay,
Just
that makes sense.
all right. Any other
Okay,
questions?
Okay, this is my last question.
Last question, you guys.
What did animal therapy consist of?
So it's like animals that have a very like just like with us, that oxytocin, when you hug somebody, it's a feel good feeling depending on who you're hugging. But that's been, I think there's empirical evidence to show that like animal therapy can help with like autism or anxiety disorders or oppositional defiance disorder. It's just like a way to get them to do like to do fun work with animals. Just like, you know, you see people with like their therapy dogs, you know, Walmart or wherever you're shopping, you know, like that's like a separate thing that people get certified for, but that would come into play too. Like, you know, you might, you know, train dogs for therapy or whatever, like companionship, that sort of thing. So it's just all about like, you know, and even like, you know, getting them to like, giving them some chores to do with the animals, you know, just getting them out there working, and it helps with depression. But I find mostly it's like the companionship, the bond you build with that animal can heal a lot of wounds.
Okay.
So
One
Yeah.
serious question for Jay, for you guys: should he or should he not wear that hat while he's counseling people? You said yes. Let's take a survey then. I say no. You need.
should I take it off?
Yeah, I kind of.
I don't have any.
I feel like I'm distracted.
I take it more serious now.
Okay, see, you're like, you got authority. You might be in your 40s, and
You look like a cool.
I have
with
no
that hat on.
authority. No one respects me, and that's okay.
all right, we're going to hang up on Dr. J and Dr. Elliott, even though
I'm not a doctor and I'm not a social worker.
You guys
I
will
only
get your
play one
doctorates.
TV.
It's fine.
I'm not getting my
I'll be
doctorate.
sleeping on the job next time, man.
He said,
Yeah,
"Don't sleep
dude,
on-"
I'm not kidding. Like I worked at the methadone clinic. You had to be there at 5 a.m. And in between clients, if I had no work going on, I would shut my door and take a nap. I'm not kidding.
Don't do that at your internship. We had a student get fired for that.
And don't
so.
tell anyone I did that.
I'm about to tell everybody. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, I'll call you guys right back. Thank you.
Bye guys, nice to meet you.
All right, nice meeting you
Adios,
guys.
amigo.
Bye.
We'll watch Dr.
You guys will
Keegan's-
do great, I promise.
Yes,
I hope so.
you
Me
will.
too.
You're going to kill it. Okay. Oh, there we are.
Oh, that was me. I was in here the whole time.
You were
Took a
here.
picture of me.
All right, you ready?
With his hats.
You ready for Keegan's? This actually is a good. It'll be a dumb.
Join
ad
program
first.
supporting Freestar Food Bank by donating to the
So he
local
did
12
counseling.
Super Bowl of Caring.
I did
Help us
social
tackle
work.
childhood hunger.
Jay's doing
Scan the
social
QR
work.
code to make a donation and make a difference. Donate to Local 12 Super Bowl of Caring today.
That hat makes him look so dumb.
I said shit.
Sorry, Jay. You look dumb with that hat on.
I said shit. I said shit.
Any of y'all heard of the PTSD with veterans?
Yeah.
PTSD veterans? Yeah, I'm one of them.
That's what he had.
What, who, Jay?
When he was in a war?
The one
He carried his friend's dead body on the mountains in
This one?
Afghanistan.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why he's.
She's pretty much saying that you're a joke.
Yeah.
Who?
No, because he talking about he is one night.
I'm a joke.
Right, he's making fun of PTSD.
Who
He
making
had to
fun?
carry a-
How am I making fun? All I said was yes, I'm one of them. Like
But
I
you
can have my
have-
own PTSD. How y'all know I
But
didn't
he
shoot
said
out?
veteran.
How y'all know I ain't killed
He said
somebody?
veteran.
He said veteran.
I would hope that if you kill somebody, you're not admitting that to us right now.
Yeah, because I will go report to people.
Dick?
Dang.
I'm gonna report
He
it
probably did.
Snitch.
But it's fine.
right now.
It's cool. It's cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good.
I will try to load it again. I might have to close everything.
What else did?
Kroger is teaming up with Local
He-
12 for the Super
he's,
Bowl of Caring, supporting free store food.
See now what-
Help us tackle childhood hunger by rounding up at your next Kroger checkout or scan the QR code to donate. Let's end hunger. Donate to the Local 12 Super Bowl of Caring.
A new program in Westchester at Beckett Springs Hospital is helping first responders and other frontline workers in a whole new way.
As medical reporter Liz Bonus explains, it's providing mental health support to those who may otherwise not reach out to get it.
Hey, everybody, hello to you. This has been a tough
This is
time
his
for all of
program.
us, but for one group, what they see on the front lines appears to be taking its toll. They are the quiet heroes who serve us in so many ways.
Since the start of this pandemic, first responders such as police, firefighters, and paramedics have done everything possible to save lives. Now it appears many are feeling much like Elliot Keegan says he did for a
You
long
look young
time.
in this.
I spent many years just kind of depressed and with anxiety, and then finally asked for help.
Oh,
Keegan's
snap.
service on the front lines was in the military, but recently he started a national education and support program to let anyone in service feeling anxious, depressed, or alone know this.
Many of us in these professions, we're the ones that people come to for help, and knowing that, I can go and get help.
Keegan now works with other mental health counselors to help first responders get
I
into
didn't design it, but I
inpatient
can
and
fix it.
outpatient programs targeted to their needs. April Logan works with him at a program in Ohio called Help for Heroes.
It is designed to be able to allow people with a specific culture to be able to come and share in a safe setting for them to be able to feel safe and feel like they can talk about their specific needs in a way that they don't feel judged or they feel like they can share in a more safe setting.
Like some people, when they come in and are like, I didn't know, I always thought it was weakness to ask for help. But the honesty, it's like, it's this like great thing to be able to ask for help and then be your best. Because I was like, if you ask for help, if Michael Jordan came up and asked you to train you in basketball, no, I got it, I can do it. But if you embrace that and you go, okay, I'm willing to be open to it and listen, then you can be your best, and then you can go on and do that elsewhere.
If you'd like to find out more about getting help, Elliot invites you to call the team at Beckett Springs, which is where he offers a special program called Help for Heroes. That number 513-440-2926. It is a 24/7 number, and they hope if you need it, you will reach out. I'm medical reporter Liz Bonus. Now back to you.
A simple medicine that doctors can use in your veins might help reduce leg pain. Medical reporter Liz Bonus.
Hi, his name is Makai.
Did you guys all get a flower?
No, I didn't get one.
I got one.
I'll give it to Christine.
I'll
I'll give it to Christine.
Tell her Sharmita.
And then you already saw, here's her birthday gift right here.
The wine?
Tell her that's my birthday gift to her.
Why is it so expensive?
Because it's from damn California.
It's some good wine.
It's 6 bottles. We had it at Carlo and Johnny's for our anniversary. She's like, all I want is that wine for my birthday. I'm like, fuck, man.
When's your birthday?
June 19th.
Are you
I'm on the cusp. It would be Gemini Cancer. Yep. Juneteenth is my birthday. It's now a federal holiday for
I
the rest
love
of my life.
that.
Yes.
Freshman year. Why do you still have my number? I thought you was who? This gay dude.
Oh.
not even.
Well, dude, but you could be friends with a gay dude, right? Like,
Yeah, no, cool. It's different.
Right.
Right. Shooting at me. Like, don't shoot your shot at
How
me.
you know that?
he's like, hey, big guy.
Like my sword.
So
Oh.
you're in forensics, you said? What's, well, I was going to say, tell me, because this literally, they threw it at me like they always do. I'm the only one who can teach it.
So I need you to go change the discussion.
What's-
You said, because this what it said. It said we gotta do the discussion by Thursday and respond to somebody by Sunday.
But does it close or something? If you do it, it's fine. I don't care.
It
When,
doesn't close.
right, then just do it. I don't care.
Because I'll be in there rushing. I'll be-
No, I know most people, and yes, get ready for it in grad school, but
I ain't trying to criminal justice be doing that. I still be.
Well, and most- so- oh. She said, "What is the GPA requirement to get accepted into grad school?" It's probably like a 2.8,
2.8.
2.9. You
I
really
can do that.
you want a 3-point,
Okay.
but if you want money,
I think I got like a 3.
You are thinking about this too hard.
who asked what questions we answer about the group, or what group do you lead? What is that for your observation or for your leading the group? So you can pick any out of these girls' circles. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm gonna do mine.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like
He doesn't like.
60%.
Oh yeah. If you guys want me to write you a pimp ass rec letter like that, let me know.
For my master's?
Yeah.
Will you do it this year? No, like next year?
It would be this year, next school year, correct? November, December is the best.
Maybe you gonna need somebody else.
I'm like, I'm glad I saw that. You need to show that shit. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
No, you can't say that.
Relationship? Do you guys remember what it's called?
No.
what?
He should know. He should know.
How would he know?
How would he know when you don't even want to speak to him?
Right.
Because, like,
You're still talking about the gay dude?
He's not gay. He's not gay.
Try.
He's not gay.
Try. Bro, I have a gay brother. I can tell.
You know.
Yeah.
He's got gaydar. He got the
Yeah,
gaydar.
like I know,
He
bro.
knows.
Like, I'm trying to say,
You're like working out, and then were you changing with him over there? And he's like,
bro, it's Halloween. He gonna be like, "Nene, trick or treat." Come on, bro. Like he said in front of all his friends and stuff. They all mad.
here's your booklet. Here's your booklet. I already put it up on the assignment for you. You can lead any of these 10 weeks. Ready? Right here.
So what do your brother be doing every day?
I want you to know what it's like in real life and to build for a group you really need for it to be. Do you know what the billable increments are? Have we talked about this? We bill in 15-minute increments in Medicare and Medicaid.
Oh, okay.
I want you to try for 23 minutes because then you could bill for a half an hour.
He didn't ask.
You did say that.
23 minutes. I know. You could show a video. You could do a like meditation, guided meditation. There's all kinds of shit you can do to drag it out. And it tells, it tells you all these 6 pages tell you what to do. So if you did week 1, it's from page 13 to 19. If you do week,
Is this on D12?
yeah, it's under the assignment. You would click.
So like how do I know
It is. Yep. Week 1 is connecting with each other. 2 is labels. 3 is expressing myself. Everyone likes romantic relationships. What is it worth to you? That's everybody's favorite. Or girl fights or girlfriends.
Yeah, that one looks interesting.
Yeah. So give me some fucking candy.
Right, that's what you're supposed to do on Halloween.
Y'all just gonna get it, bro. Like,
Well, I don't know.
So he came in your room. He said, "Trick or treat."
no, he didn't say it like that.
They're sweet mates, Trout.
He didn't
Oh, they
say-
are.
He didn't say it like that. He's like trick or treat. Come on, child.
Was he messing with you?
No, he was that.
Trick or treat. Like he woke you up that way?
No, like, I was walking to my room. He was in a lobby because I live on the first floor. He was in a lobby.
Right.
He gonna stop me like, hey, hey. I'm like, yo, he like trick or treat.
All right. So I do have some sincere experiences with like guys in like undergrad, and it did turn out they were gay, but it presented as suicidality, like in undergrad, like they were suicidal. I was trying to be psychology, social work, so I would attend to it. And maybe there was, I also had a dude when I worked shadow me, and I'm often only 1 out of 10 men, 1 man, 9 women in
Okay.
social work.
Oh,
And so the dude shadowed me, and I actually was going to